So welcome. Anyway, today is September the 18th, and today's webinar is all about Ally and Ally solar glasses. So we've been hearing a lot about that in the market. And I am going to actually pass over to Mahesh to say a few words, get us started.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mahesh from Pacific Vision. So I think we have been waiting for this webinar. We have a lot of excitement about this new product, and everybody wants to know more of when are we launching it, how is the product, and there'll be a lot of question and answers. So Karthik will take on from here, and he will give us a brief about the product and what all we can expect. And after that, you guys will be allowed to ask questions. So later on in the session, so you can ask anything, just raise your hands, or you can ask through, there's a live YouTube session, you can ask through there, or just put your questions in the chat. That'll be great. Thank you very much. Over to you, Karthik, and let's start. All the best.
Great. Thank you. I'm just going to give it a little bit of an introduction. From our side, my name is Vanessa. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Envision, and I've been with the company for over 4 years now. I'm low vision myself. I've been working with the team very closely on across all our products and also our communications. So we do these webinars, monthly webinar anyway, for our community. That's on later in the day in European time. So pretty difficult for anyone in APAC. So apologies for that. But I hope in any case you've had some contact with us in the past. If this is your first time, welcome. And Karthik Kannan. Karthik is the co-founder and CTO, Chief Technology Officer at Envision. So he's the man behind all the product and everything else. So always has some good stuff for us. Just from housekeeping perspective, we talked a bit about doing some questions. We are attempting to stream this live on YouTube. I'm having a few little trouble with that this morning, but we will be taking your questions, as we said, in the second half of the webinar. So once we've talked through the products, we'll then take your questions. If you are on YouTube, we can just do that within chat, but I think most people here are on Zoom. And please use the Q&A feature or raise your hand if you want to ask a question, and we'll be managing that ourselves here. And if you do want to ask your question live, and we actively encourage that, raise your hand. And then the keystroke for and the shortcut for the Zoom Q&A on a Mac is Option plus Y, and on Windows is Alt plus Y. And then, excuse me, the keystrokes also for muting and unmuting yourself on Zoom is Alt plus Y for Windows, and Command plus Shift plus A for Mac. I should know these off the top of my head by now. So those are the shortcuts, the keystrokes for unmuting yourself, muting yourself, raising your hand and lowering your hand. So without further ado, I am going to ask Karthik to introduce us to Ally. Go ahead, Karthik.
Hey everybody, thanks so much once again for taking out the time to be here today. We're from the Envision team, and we're super excited to be working or talking to you guys today about Ally and the Ally Solos classes. So just to give a quick recap, right? In 2017, Envision started with the aim of with the aim of using AI to help blind or low vision people live more independently. In 2017, we launched the Envision AI app, which a lot of you probably know about, use every day. And with the Envision AI app, we primarily built an interface that had a bunch of different buttons on them. And you could trigger each button to trigger a particular, you could press each button to trigger a particular AI feature, right? So for example, if you're blind or low, if you want to read text, for example, you could hit the instant text or the scan text button. If you want to get descriptions of things around you, you would hit the describe scene button. If you want to recognize people around you, you would hit the, find people button and so on, right? So you had these different buttons that you trigger for different things that you wanted to do. In 2019, we started working on the first version of the Envision glasses, and we started to look into a bunch of different smart glasses available at that time, and we zeroed in on the Google Glass hardware, and we built Envision on top of the Google Glass hardware, which is why we call it Envision glasses, right? And Envision glasses, for all you know, for a lot of y'all who are aware about it, was a piece of glasses that you could just wear. It had a camera on one side and a touchpad on the other side, and the glasses had a thin frame attached to it, and you could use the touchpad on the glasses to be able to navigate again through different options, and then select which ones you like and so on, right? Um, in 2024, we started working on Ally, which is the next iteration of what we've been doing at Envision. So we realized a lot of innovations like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, they started to really make using software a lot more easier. So, instead of you having to learn how to use different menus or tap on different buttons, you could simply have a conversation with an AI, and that AI would do things on your behalf. That was sort of the intention behind building Ally. The whole Ally is a very accessible AI assistant that's built with the blind and low vision community in mind. So it is great at reading text. It's great at describing things around you. It'll soon be able to recognize people. It can describe people, describe your surroundings to you. And all of this happens via a conversation. You don't have to navigate to different menu items. You don't have to tap on different buttons. You quite simply ask Ally what you want, and then Ally would do it for you, right? So if you have a piece of, if you have a menu card, you could simply ask Ally, hey, can you tell me what the vegan appetizers are on the menu? And and Ally would actually take a picture and then give you a response. You don't have to scroll through a whole bunch of text on the menu card. You could just simply get the answer to your question, right? And that's what Ally does. So we then decided that, we do have Ally on the Envision glasses, but the smart glasses, the AI glasses space is changing so quickly, that it makes sense for us to put Ally on a wearable specifically, right? So an Ally that or a wearable that can just run Ally out of the box with no frills, no menus, nothing that you guys will have to navigate. It's quite simply put on the glasses, start a conversation with Ally, put your phone in your pocket, and then just go about your day, or go about your task. And Ally is always there on the glasses for you to reach out to, and then ask a question like, hey, what's in front of me, and so on. And Ally, beyond just giving you a description of what's in front of you, what's happening around you, Ally also has access to your calendar. It has access to the weather. It has access to your location. It's able to do a search on the web as well. These are really powerful things that Ally can do, and all of these are also going to be there on the Ally Solos classes. Let me just quickly talk about the hardware a little bit. I've been talking about Ally, which is the software that runs on these glasses. I have the glasses here with me, so I'm just going to put them on. The glasses are a super lightweight pair of glasses. They look like any other pair of sunglasses. I think if the sighted people in the audience, they can definitely attest to the fact that these glasses really just look like a regular pair of sunglasses or prescription glasses. They're super lightweight. They're about 42 grams. That's less than 1.5 ounces. And they come with an all-day battery life. It's about 10 to 15-hour battery life. What you need to do is, when you get these glasses, first from us, you just take them out of the box. Each of them, each glass is shipped with a particular hard case box like this, and you can just go ahead and put them inside the box, and carry them around. It's fairly protective. Um, so you can just go ahead and put on the glasses once you unbox them. There is a very simple 30-second pairing process that you put the glasses through, right? And then once you pair them with your phone, they can just go ahead and be used with your phone from that point on. So unlike the Envision glasses, which require you to, like connect your own Wi-Fi network or require you to, or not be able to, for example, access location, because the Ally Solos glasses are connected directly to your phone, you don't have to connect them to a separate Wi-Fi network or a hotspot. You don't have to, worry about, not having access to your location information and things like that, right? It just makes it very seamless when you connect the glasses over to your phone, and then you can just use them with your phone from that point on. It also helps with the battery life a lot because we don't have all the computer and all the electronics on the glasses itself. And because we do a lot of processing on the phone, it allows us to kind of free up the space to fit in more battery, which, in turn gives you like a 10 to 15-hour battery life. Now, apart from using Ally on these glasses also can act like a standalone, AI glasses in itself. So that's one of the really nice things with Solos is when you buy a pair of, Ally Solos glasses, you get the Ally part, yes, but you also get the Solos part. So the Solos glasses have two speakers located right next to your ears. So you can get stereo audio with it. You can pair this with your phone, which means you can use it as a regular pair of headphones. You can attend calls with this. You can make calls with this. You can even use this with apps like Soundscape. So you can get, you can use it for like navigation. You're also able to connect these glasses with other AI assistants like Siri or Gemini or even ChatGPT when you want to make an audio ChatGPT conversation. So all of these are possible to do with the Solos glasses itself. So you're basically getting, I would say, almost two products for the price of one. And these glasses currently are now on pre-order. We plan to start shipping them starting in October. I'm hoping that the glasses reach you by mid of October or early, November. So that's the time frame, depending on where you are and things like that. The glasses will get shipped out, and hopefully you'll be able to you'll be able to use them in October. We currently are running a pre-order campaign. I would let Vanessa talk a little bit more about where you can get the glasses and so on, and just add her comments in as well if she's any. But currently the glasses are available as a pre-order campaign on our website. You can just go to ally.me/glasses and place an order there. And the glasses right now
Excellent.
we have a few units still left. I think like about 6 or 7 units still left at the $499 price mark, after which it goes up to $599. Talking about US dollars here, just to be clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just I think that's about the Solos glasses. That's about Ally in a nutshell. But over to Vanessa if there's any closing remarks
No, no,
and
no,
where
no.
people can. Yeah.
That's you've covered it. I think we've got this early birds promotion that's running. I think probably for another week or so. We need to be checking on the stocks on that, but that's going like hotcakes. And so I do encourage people to check it out. All the information is available on our website, and that's ally ally.me, and then /glasses, GLASSES. But we'll provide more information after the webinar. So we are recording this. I didn't get the YouTube up and running, but we will upload to YouTube. So you can catch the recording of this, and we'll include the information on the pre-order and this early bird as well. But we've been playing around with these glasses actually the last week as we're developing. So it's, still hard work going on with Karthik and the team. And I was using them out yesterday in supermarkets, getting them to read crisp packets. This is apparently a very important use case for a lot of people. When you're using other smart glasses, it just tells you it's holding a packet of crisps or a packet, and this actually can read the text and give you the information. But as Karthik said, it's so much more than just AI and smart glasses. It's a whole assistant, a personal assistant. I can talk to it, and I was yesterday asking it directions to the local ramen. It was horrible weather where we are, and I'm using the internet, I'm using the weather, I'm using the travel advice, I'm just generally chatting away like I would to a friend. And it's all built for someone who's low vision or blind, and so it takes that into context. And I think one of the things that I love so much about Ally, personally, is that I can, when I, want to, when I got started, the onboarding was very easy. It just talks to you and it says, hey, let's get to know each other. Tell me some things about you, things you like, things you don't like. Is there anything I especially need to know? And it was that sort of, for me, that verbal onboarding was just so nice. I didn't have to type away. And what that did was personalize the input about me, and then I could choose my ally. At the box, you get 4 different personalities. They're all quite different. You've got Tom, who's quite serious, and Kai, who's quite calm and zen, and Zoe, who's quirky. And you can choose these personalities, but we can also, if you take a pro subscription, you can also create as many allies as you want. And there's all these super cool things that Karthik and the team are working on with shortcuts so that you can, just every day get a daily update on your calendar or the weather update, and, even more customization on voices. So my ally is called Ella. She's made quite a feature in some of the videos, and she's got a British accent, and she's got a bit of a Maggie Smith dry sense of humor. And I've been able to customize that with her accent, her tone, her attitude, and I can swap between her and maybe my other one, which is Bob Texas, who's a little bit more direct and not very appropriate sometimes. And I can talk to Tom and Bob, sorry, maybe at other times. So it's really a nice context there to be able to switch between allies as I feel, that I want to, maybe in a business surrounding or when I'm out or something like that. So, I mean, there are so many use cases for this. We're attempting to record them and share them with people. So do check out our YouTube channel. We're putting up content all the time, or on any of our socials if you're on social media, because we're sharing them. And if you want us to go out and test drive the solo glasses for you to find out what it can do, please do. So I was doing that yesterday. But yeah, some work going on still. I think we've had quite a lot of questions that Kartik's and certainly myself have been answering every day since we made this announcement. And I'm hoping you're going to bring yours to the table as well. But I think for now, that's, in terms of pre-order and practicalities, yeah, please go ahead, check out the website, see what's going on. But obviously, we're looking to bring more exciting news and more updates. It's software. The lovely thing is we can keep adding new features and functionality as we go forward. I think that's mainly it from what I've got in my list of things to talk about, Karthik. Cool. So I think we can,
Awesome.
yeah, we can go to some questions and answers. I think if people, I don't know, Mahesh, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Hi, sorry. I think everything has been covered. I can see there is a question in the question Q&A.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and I hope that we can take those questions. Yeah, let's have a look here. So I'm just going to go through. I see some raised hands, and I see some questions in the question box as well. Let me just quickly jump to some of the questions that people have written in on, because those tend to be coming in. Yeah, Kartik, we had a question on this from David Kwambi. Hope, David, I'm
Yeah.
saying yours
I
about response times.
Yes. So he says, Ally is not very responsive compared to other AI models. When is this likely to improve? Likely to improve starting from next week. So, or yeah, starting from next week. So this is already Thursday. I keep forgetting the timelines, but yes, it's definitely going to be improving starting from next week. If you're a beta user, you will see an update go out probably end of this week, as in that's either on Friday or like Saturday. I think would be Saturday morning your time if you're in Australia. So that's when you can expect to get a first glimpse of like the speed improvements we've made. We've cut down the amount of time it takes to start an ally conversation very dramatically. So You don't have to, like wait for about 10-15 seconds to start a conversation with Ally. You could very simply hit a button, and the response times are like literally about 1 to 2 seconds for you to start a conversation with Ally, right? So that's one of the things we have done. We're going to be adding more improvements to Ally's response time as well. So just making sure that it's as snappy as it can possibly be. We are focusing a bit more on accuracy over speed. So one of the key things that I want to talk about is the fact that as a company, we've always tried to make Ally a lot more reliable than just being fast, because there are ways to make Ally really, really fast, while compromising a bit on the reliability, right? And I think our customers want Ally at the end of the day to be more reliable, more dependable. And what we are trying to do is, strike a balance between speed and reliability. So we want to make these models, or we want to make our Ally assistants as fast as possible. But the primary North Star that we are chasing here is making Ally more accurate and reliable. So you can depend on it when you want to read text. We can depend on it if you want to ask descriptions of somebody. Those are things that we need to kind of take into account. So yes, Ally can be a lot faster. It will be a lot faster, but at the same time, there is a ceiling that we want to keep this at, so that we can focus more on accuracy.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. And I think, we're always saying this, we're not going to compromise accuracy for speed. And it's not all about the speed, as anyone can contest. If they've had a fast response that's inaccurate, that's pointless, right? And of course, it's AI and it's not perfect, but we can do a lot to do that. And we were talking more about this yesterday, right? Around the whole premise of these glasses, the Solos glasses, the Ally Solos glasses, is different from just
Yeah.
putting an AI on a pair of smart glasses, Karthik, right? So we kind of need to kind of re-emphasize that position, I think, a little bit, but that's a really helpful answer. Thank you. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm looking here. I see Steve Hurd has got his hand up. Steve, I am going to unmute you now. Give me a second. Maybe you can actually unmute yourself. I think I have joined through my own link here and not through the support Kartik, which is why I'm not able to use these controls. But Steve, if you can go ahead and unmute yourself, that would be great. And go ahead and answer your call. No, I can't see. I can do that here. Are you on? You're on the
I've brought.
support link. If you can maybe do
Okay,
that.
I think I'm with you now.
Oh, you asked.
Hey.
Thank you very much. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Sorry. We're having
Yeah,
some
no, it
technical.
wouldn't let me unmute it first, but it
Oh,
is
dear.
now. Thank you.
Go ahead. Well, it's lovely to hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Thank you, and congratulations. I've watched many of your,
Thank you.
listened to many of your videos, and it's a great effort, and Ally has really come a long way. I will say, though, I wasn't very popular in my home for a while with my Envision glasses when it described the woman I live with as an old lady sweeping.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh, no.
so you're not using those glasses, get them off. but no, it's fabulous. I suppose there's two things. One is again, thank you again for having this APAC one. I really appreciate it. I'm sure other people do. Secondly, can you actually change the lenses in your glasses? Because I like the transitional lenses. So is it possible to do that, or not at this stage?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm actually going to take mine to the optician very soon, in the next couple of days. So you can literally just pop them out, and the optician can replace them for your whatever lens you're using. So you using
Terrific.
transitional lenses, that's cool. I've got prescription. Some people will want dark lenses. But no, go ahead. You can do that with the Envision glasses friends as well. But I think
Yes.
the Ally Solos glasses, yeah, they're very capable of doing that. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. I've ordered them, so I'm looking forward to
Oh,
getting
great.
them.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
That's super. Well, great to hear you. It is nice hearing all these lovely
While we're
voices
talking
after
about
a
the
while.
the glasses that change the lens, I had a query, and customer wanted to know, because it's a device. It's got the equipment inbuilt, and I think some of the optom or someone told him that it has to be, warmed a bit to remove the glasses and put them back in, heat the frame up. So is that the case, Karthik, or it can be easily?
It can be easily, so I do, for example, for folks who have like a very, very extremely high power lens, right? I know this is something that
Mhm.
another user had asked me in a different webinar as well. So I think it's and in these instances, I would ask them to reach out to us, because what we can do is we can talk to our contacts at Solos. We can have a discussion with them around, okay, what kind of, if someone wants to have these extremely high prescription, powers, we want to add them to the glasses. Is there a way to heat the frames up without really damaging the electronics in it? What's the way that the Solos team would recommend? So we actually can take this up on a case by case basis. If somebody out here wants to, reach out to us and discuss this, they can just write to us at support@ally.me, and you can just reach out to us directly there, and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Thank you.
Great, Steve. Thank you. And
Thanks, Steve.
I'm dying to
Thank
hear
you.
your stories. Hopefully they're slightly more flattering than the Envision glasses. Great. Thank you, Steve. Did you have any other questions for us?
Oh, there was one, but I've forgotten it now. So thank you anyway. Yeah.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, dear. Okay, I'm going to pop you back on mute for a second. And I was going to ask Ramona. Yeah. Ramona. Yeah, Ramona, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Yes, Sama.
Thank you. We're
Good
just going to wait for
afternoon.
that request to come through. Thank you. I have a couple of questions and a bit of feedback, but I hope I can be quick to not hold up other people. Great job so far, guys. Thank you. It's very exciting. I have also pre-ordered, and
cool.
I'm in Australia. My first, I guess, easier question is, I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought the shipping cost added on was very reasonable. Is it your plan to ship directly to the client, or are you going to go through a distributor who will then ship for Australian clients? That's my first question.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, go ahead, Vanessa.
Yeah, please. Yeah. No, obviously we have a great relationship with Mahesh and his team at PVI. We've been working together for a long time, and we're working on some programs where we can hopefully work together around the Ally Solos classes as well. So for people in Australia already working and want to work through a distributor, you should have that choice fairly soon. Once the classes are released, remember this is pre-order. We're managing the pre-orders at the moment directly because the product hasn't launched yet. So we're taking on that risk. So for people at the moment, when you order from us, they will come actually directly shipped over to you from Solos in Hong Kong. So they're coming actually not a million miles away from where you are in Australia. You're in the right side of the planet. And we try to keep that shipping costs as a fixed rate for everybody. Obviously, we can't control what's going on with tariffs. That's another whole discussion. But we can hopefully, try and make them, as affordable as we can in the whole package where we can have control. So at the moment, all of that is coming directly from us. And in the future, we hope people, in Asia Pacific have a choice to work through distributors as well.
Right. Okay. But they'll ship from Solos in Hong Kong,
Correct,
but with
yeah.
the Ally on them.
Correct. Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. My second question is around Ally, because I understand this webinar is about Ally as well as the
Yes,
glasses. Thank you. And tell me if it's not appropriate, because it's particular to my own situation. I must have signed up to or used Envision AI somewhere on the web or an app somewhere along the line. I haven't used it very much simply because of time, not because of any bad feelings about it. I think it's the Envision AI was fantastic. I have used it, but very little. I received an email from Monty about promoting the pre-order and the glasses and the Ally app. So I downloaded and I set up the Ally app. and have been using it and really enjoying the information. But what I did notice is that I had the agent Tom and I had the new agent called New Agent. And Vanessa, you were talking about customizing the agent setup. When I
Yes.
was doing that, I found that Tom already had my preferences about what I like and what I don't like, etc. And I thought, why is that there? I didn't really get a chance. Has that come across from somewhere else that I've used Envision? Has that data been transferred across, seeing that I have an account?
So, so when you say Tom has information about you, so it could be
Yeah.
the case where you could have, maybe gone through the onboarding, right? So when you first install the Ally app, and you set it up, you pick Tom as one of the allies, for example, and we have an onboarding process, which seems, which is exactly like you having a regular conversation with Ally, right? But instead, it asks you a few questions like, hey, what do you like? What do you not like? Is there anything else that I need to know about you? And then if you answer all of those questions, then it basically takes all that information and then just puts that in Ally itself. So if you go to the preferences tab in Ally, and then within the preferences tab there is something called About You. If you select About You, you'll actually see the information that you provided during the onboarding with Ally, right?
Yeah. So you may have misunderstood. So what I'm saying, sorry, is
Mhm.
maybe I wasn't clear. I didn't get asked those questions, but that information was already there. Tom already knew it. So I'm
Oh.
asking, did Tom know it from another encounter that I had with another, maybe with Envision AI? Would it have transferred?
No, I don't think so, but I'm happy to investigate this for you. If you can just
Okay.
mention today's webinar and write to us at support@ally.me. So SUPPORT at ally.me.
Thank
I
you.
think that would I'll be more than happy to investigate this and see what happened with this. Yeah.
Thank you. And also in that app, I had the new Ally agent, and I tried to customize that in the way I filled out all the questions, the renaming, and the other fields, and it didn't seem to save. Am I right in thinking I can't customize new agent until I go to the premium version of Ally?
Yes, that is the case. And also, when you do get a pair of the Ally Solos classes, I think you're already aware that you do get a Pro version as well. So when those ship to you, and you set your Ally Pro, Ally Solos classes up, that also gives you the Pro version as well.
So will I need to uninstall the Ally and reinstall it to
No,
get the
nothing
premium?
at all. Nothing at all. You just
Okay.
need to pair your Ally Solos classes, and that should just work out of the box.
And then my Ally account will change to a premium.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And just a very quick bit of feedback, if I may. I received that email that I mentioned about, hi, you normally hear from Mike. This is Monty, blah, 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 all about the pre-order, etc., which was great. At the end, it said, if you have any questions about Ally, feel free to reply. I did reply with those questions I've just put to you. And I received an email from your support team saying that I really should have sent it to the support team, but the email did say, any questions, please reply. So
okay.
Okay.
I'll pick
I will
up on
now
that.
I will put those questions to the support team. I just thought it was easier to put them
No,
here.
that's
But yeah,
I can take full responsibility for that, Ramona. In the marketing team is very small, so we tie that up. What we're doing at the moment is that we're trying to manage our support flow for Envision and Ally, and build separate funnels, if you will, for those, so that the team can focus, on the products properly and supporting the community around those products independently. So thank you for that feedback. I'll definitely check our I think it's called our flows in the email system that we're using to make sure that we're passing all that back into the right flow and the right email addresses. But do send your questions through, because what happens is those emails do go through the same team, and they then will filter everything out, whether it's technical support or needed, or something commercial, or something for marketing, and then that will get sent directly to me and my colleague Amaranth as well, and we can pick up on those calls and requests as well with the team. And what's lovely is when we do get this feedback, we're learning the whole time, so
fantastic.
we think we've learned about. But thank you, Ramona. It's really interesting. I think we will be communicating a lot more about the whole what happens when I get my glasses, right? So at the moment, we've said yes, you pair it with the Ally app via Bluetooth from your phone. There is a lot of information already on our help center about that, but we were actually, Karthik and I were talking about this yesterday, as I've been sort of being the live guinea pig, if you will, in the office, going out with the glasses and using them in the wild. There's things that, I think are really, we're identifying that are important to communicate, how you use the touchpad, how you use the on-off button. It's different from the Envision glasses, which is fine if you've never used the Envision glasses. But for me, also learning how the nuances work, right? And so we'll be documenting all of that and sharing that with everybody, so that as soon as you get those glasses, the onboarding is and the use is simple.
Great, fantastic. Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to getting my birthday present.
Oh, Ramona, that's such a great present.
Yes,
Fantastic.
thank you.
Thank you, my dear. That's lovely. I'm just giving a quick check. Oh, no, we're in good stead. We've got another quarter for anyone who's still with us, which is quite a crowd. Ramona, thank you. I'm going to ask, I've only got a phone number coming in here, a phone number 619. Oh my gosh, sorry, 618-934. I won't read out the rest of the number, but whoever's dialed in with your phone number there, maybe you want to unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Talking permitted.
Yes.
That's your
Hello,
name.
I'm Vivian.
Hi,
I'm in
Vivian.
Perth. Hi, Vanessa.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you both for the presentation. I have a couple of questions. I was wondering, firstly, does the Envision, the Ally Solos glasses work with the Blind Shell Classic 2 mobile phone?
Very good question.
Yeah.
Very good question.
Yes. So as of today, I can tell you that we don't have we don't have 100% compatibility with Blind Shell Classic 2 phone yet. But that is
Okay.
something that will definitely be ready in October. So we already have discussed this internally with the team, and we're looking to we're just like stabilizing our own pairing flow and all of that stuff right now, and we will make Ally available on the Blind Shell glasses, and they will become compatible with the Ally Solos glasses then out of the box as well.
The Blind
So
Shell
as of
phone.
today,
Yep.
yeah, the Blind Shell phone, yes. And as of now, no is the answer. But then when we do ship these glasses in October, it will be available, for the Blind Shell. And you can definitely go ahead and pre-order the glasses. All glasses come with a 30 days, no questions asked return policy. For whatever reason, you purchase the glasses, you try them on with a Blind Shell device, and you're not happy with it, you can always just go ahead and return it back to us within 30 days, no questions asked. So, yeah.
Thank you. The other thing is I do actually have the Envision app on the Blind Shell too, but last year I think this was perhaps even before I actually got the phone, or around the time that I just got the phone, my Blind Shell phone. I was still very much adjusting to it. So around July, August, I believe it was, you guys had a promotion going on for, it was like a sweepstakes. It was a raffle sort of thing to win glasses and a few other prizes as well, with your the Ally agent that was for onboarding. I think his name was Enrique.
Yes.
Enrique Vision. I tried to register for one of those free sessions, and I understood that it was over Google Meet. Well, I tried to connect several times, and I got no instructions for how to use Google Meet, and I was totally stuck. It wouldn't, I couldn't get connected whatsoever.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Vivian.
Yeah, I just don't think, that was very accessible, and feedback from other blind people that I was hearing from is that they didn't find Google Meet that user-friendly in the first place.
I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry I'm only hearing that now, actually, because that was quite a while ago. But we'll take
Yeah,
that on board.
thank you. I had a lot going on at the time, so I just, couldn't deal with it any further. I just didn't.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. So,
That's fine.
yeah,
That's
thank
fine.
you.
And thank you for taking the time to tell us now, because we do use we've got Zoom as well, so we can also do that for people who prefer to use Zoom than Google Meet. So we have that option. So Vivian, thank you. And we loved our sweepstake. Right now we're busy with the pre-order for Ally Solaros's glasses, and of course I can't wait to do some fun promotions in the future, but we need to get these get them shipped and get them out there. But you never know, Ricardo or whatever his name was will maybe make a return for us. You never know.
Enrique.
Yeah, what a character he was. But thanks so much, Vivian. Thank you. Do you have any other questions for us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was also wondering, with the so the Envision Ally, is that going to be a new app entirely, or what happens with this current Envision app that is,
So
around?
the Envision AI app is still going to be around. The idea is to try and, I think Ally is a much more, is a newer, better version of the Envision AI app that we built. And it's something that we have. We will eventually bring all the features of the Envision AI app over to Ally as well. So yes, Ally is a new app. It is a free app. It's something that you can install on both iOS and Android today. You can use it for free. And if you're happy with the free version, you can always pay for a paid version. So there's no, I would say, you don't have to go through you don't have to pay for it out of the box. You can always just use the free version and see if you feel it find it good enough. The Envision AI app is still going to be around. It's still going to be something that we will support for the short term, but eventually in the long term it doesn't make sense for us to have two separate apps, so everything will come onto Ally, but that's still somewhere a little down the line, because we still need to bring a lot of the features from the Envision app over to Ally, and that's going to take a little bit longer for us to finish. Yeah.
Okay. Now, just one final thing.
Yeah.
So with the Envision app, I have quite often hit and miss results when trying to read text with it. So often I won't even necessarily. I don't know whether I've got it the right side up, and I'll sometimes I'll turn the paper or the packet over, thinking, oh, maybe I've got it the wrong way up. Just see what it does with the other side. Will this Ally, the Envision Ally app, does it actually detect whether you've got it the wrong way around, or is it just a case of trial? Turn it over and see what happens.
So you can literally ask that to Ally, right? So you could just simply point at the document and say, "Hey, am I holding it up the right way?" And an Ally can answer that for you. And on top of that, you could simply ask, "Okay, if hold it up the right way," and then you could just ask it to read what's on the document and stuff like that, right? So Ally can be can answer that question, but it can also read documents even if it's upside down and if it's not in the right orientation. And Ally is also capable of it's all works based on a conversation, right? So you just start a conversation with Ally. You can ask it a question. Hey, am I holding up this document correctly? And then you can hold it up the right way, and then you can say, hey, you know what? Okay, now I'm holding it up correctly. Can you tell me what's in the document? Or you can use it to sort your mail as well. So you could just quickly show Ally your mail, and then you could just keep sorting it. So it all happens inside of a conversation, like how you and I are having a conversation right now. You just have a conversation with Ally, and you can ask it a question. That's how it works.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian. Really great questions, and keep
I do see, I see some questions that are
Yeah,
there
we got
in
some
the
chat
chat.
questions here, Karthik, and some specifically for you, and also We also have some around insurances in the Australian market as well. So I think that might be quite nice to try and answer that. But there's a couple of technical ones or product related ones. Do you want to jump in on there, or can I help?
Sure. I think I do have a question, three questions from Andrew Davis. I think one is he's asking, are these able to have transition prescription lenses? We do have that, like I think I just mentioned, you can have transition or prescription lenses on these glasses, no issues. AI does the AI have continued conversation, the ability to ask follow-up questions? So it has continued conversations. You can ask as many follow-up questions as you want. You can basically take the conversation with Ally anywhere you would like to. So you can start off by asking what's happening around me. You could ask about the weather, the calendar. All of that happens in a conversation. So there's no need for you to constantly keep hitting a button and ask it for like separate questions. You can just start a conversation with Ally in a single touch and then just continue to have that conversation. We have something called the walkie-talkie mode on the glasses. So anytime you want to ask the conversation and you're outside and there could be external noise, you can just tap and hold on the glasses, and then that activates walkie-talkie mode, and you can ask ask your question and then release your finger, and that turns off the microphone, and that basically turns off. That's how walkie-talkie mode works. So you can have as many follow-up questions as you want. The whole concept of Ally is to have a conversation with your AI instead of you having to constantly, have to like tap buttons, different buttons to trigger different AI functions and so on. Lastly, I think this question is something that a lot of other people might be having as well. So I want to take some time out to answer it. Andrew also asked, what are the main benefits over the Meta Ray Bans?
Yeah.
So I think, one of the biggest, I think there are about three big reasons why, the Ally Solos glasses works better than regular mainstream smart glasses. One, Ally Solos is built with the blind and low vision community in mind. It's built for the blind and low vision community. It's built with their needs in mind. What I mean by that is, Vanessa was talking about earlier about reading a pack of crisps, right? I think we excel at being able to read things. We excel at being able to, do things like descriptions of people. We offer detailed descriptions of your environment and so on. And now these things are things that mainstream glasses also claim to do. But then, as anybody who's used these glasses, they can attest to the fact that when you ask it to read what's on something, it usually gives you a summary, right? Or it gives you a description. So if you hold out a packet of chips in your hand and say, hey, can you tell me what chips are these? It just, gives you a summary, or it says, hey, or if you say, what am I holding in my hand? It just says, oh, you're holding like a packet of crisps, right? What Ally Solos does is that it looks at what information you want. It knows that as a blind and low vision person, for example, if there's text on the product package, you're very interested in reading that. If you ask it for expiry dates on your product, somebody asked that earlier in the chat as well, or being able to read a textbook, Ally can actually do that for you completely. It doesn't censor the information. It doesn't, give you information it thinks is right for you to have. It gives you the information you actually need, what's actually on the packaging, what's actually in the document, what's actually happening around you, and so on. I think this also is very important when it comes to descriptions of people, because with Ally, you can get descriptions of people. When the glasses ship, eventually you'll also be able to recognize people as well. So you can use the glasses to identify people around you, just like how you're able to do with the Envision glasses as well, right? Or with the Envision app. So all of these features are things that make it very stand out from, mainstream smart glasses. And Ally is also, priced at the same level as well. So you're not paying extra just because it's an assistive tech device. The Ally Solos glasses are priced at the same, price as regular smart glasses. So, and it also has features of regular smart glasses as well, right? So when you buy a pair of Ray-Ban Metas, it also acts as a headphones. You can also take pictures with it, and that's the same thing with the Ally Solos glasses as well. I think the second thing is that you can use the Ally Solos glasses completely independently without any external help, right? Again, this is very important because a lot of people who have, used the Ray-Ban Metas and other, mainstream smart glasses often talk about how the apps are not exactly accessible. Setting them up sometimes requires you to create an account, and you need sometimes, a sighted person's help to sit down and make these accounts for you and so on. And that's not the case with Ally, right? Ally is something you can take out of the box. You can set it up all by yourself. There's no need for you to get in external help. And lastly, I think this is again very, very, very important is when you do need help, you have help, right? So sometimes, despite us writing the best possible manuals, trying to make the simplest possible device to begin with, it can be a little challenging for people. And when it does get challenging, you have somebody to talk to, right? And that's, I think, a big difference. So these kind of webinars is something that bigger mainstream companies won't be able to do. We won't, and similarly, like how we have these one-on-one conversations during webinars, you can always reach out to our support team, and they would be glad to help you with any questions you might have about the glasses themselves, right? If you have any trouble setting up those glasses, if you have any trouble pairing them, whatever issues might happen with the glasses at any point in time, you have somebody to talk to, right? And you have somebody to talk to directly from within the app itself. So those are the main, differences between Envision and other mainstream glasses like the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, right? So the Ally Solos glasses is built with accessibility in mind. It's great at reading text. It can give you detailed descriptions of people and objects around you. It can, also act as a regular pair of, AI glasses, so you can take pictures with it, listen to music, connect it to other AI assistants if you want to. And you have ultimately Envision support team and your freedom to reach out to us at any point in time with questions, and we'll be more than happy to answer that for you.
Yeah, I thank you, Karthik. I think these are questions that we've been getting a lot, and from obvious reasons, people are making decisions. We keep hearing about new smart glasses every week, right? So it's always good to kind of be we will never not the competition. The chance that we are, where are we? Kind of a year and a half down the line, and look at the choice that's out there. I mean, it's super exciting. I think the other thing that I love about it, I think, is, and this is getting maybe a little bit more nerdy, some AI assistants and smart glasses use a LLM model, right? They're using one stack of AI, and I know we don't. We cherry pick and select from a pool of AIs to ensure that we give the best response possible. And I think that makes us less dependent. It makes us more creative, more innovative. It means that the response is in context to what you want. And I think it's important for people to know that. And I think we're sort of, and you're the CTO, so it's very strange me saying this as marketing, but my understanding is we've kind of created this layer on top of these other AIs that we're building on top of. And we're also very, that makes us incredibly innovative in that respect. And I think, with new AIs and new developments and the innovation that's happening, someone had once said, oh yeah, but you're dependent on a ChatGPT, or you're dependent on a Meta or whatever. It's like, well, actually we're not, because we work across AI. And I think that's something that is good to know. And I think the other side is obviously, data protection. I think this is something that comes up a lot. And I think someone mentioned it earlier, about the data. We take it very seriously. But I think maybe you could just answer that a little bit about, that how we handle people's data as well with Ally.
Sure. No, I think that's a very, very important point that I missed about the whole comparison between Ally Solos glasses and other Ray-Ban, other smart glasses like the Ray-Ban Metas. I think the big difference is the fact that when you take a picture with Ally, 100%, as to where this data is going, right? This data that you use, or the images that you capture with the Ally Solos glasses or with Ally or with any of Envision's products, we don't store them without your consent. And by default, we assume you haven't given us consent, right? By default, we opt you out of sharing data with us, and you have to explicitly go into the settings, of our app, and then, go into another layer, and then actually give us permission out of the box, like, sorry, give us permission, like yourself, like, you literally
Yeah.
have to, toggle that button on. That I think is the most important thing, because with, are we comfortable enough to take pictures of our personal documents of the people we love, our loved ones, friends, families, even strangers, right? When we know that when we don't know what's happening to our data, are we comfortable enough with doing that? I don't think so. I think a lot of people tend to kind of gloss over it, but at the end of the day, I think for people who really like to use Ally in all aspects of their life, it's very important for them to know that the data that you're sending to Ally is very private. We don't store that data. We don't use that data to improve our AI, unless you choose to share that data with us explicitly. And we periodically have to ask you for it. So we are GDPR compliant, which is one of the most strictest laws for privacy in the world. We're 100% GDPR compliant. We also, are a medical device, like the Envision glasses and the Envision app are medical device certified in Europe, right? Which means that we have to go through a stringent, data check and data protection policy. We need to have all of those in place before we can actually call ourselves a medical device in Europe. Though the Ally Solos glasses are not a medical device yet, and we don't have plans of doing that for Europe, but the work we did to ensure that data is protected and every bit of data that's flowing through our systems is properly accounted for is something that, also has paid off when we started working on Ally as well, right? Because all those data protection systems have been in place for a long time, and data privacy has been at the core of how we operate. So your data is not, looked at by somebody else. Your data is not stored somewhere in a server or in a data center somewhere, and you're complete control of what you send, to us. And I think that again makes Ally Solos very unique, because I think this is again if only when you keep in mind the needs of the blind and low vision community can you actually build something like this, is what I believe. Because we know the people who are using our glasses don't often know what images they're entirely capturing. They have a sense of what they're capturing, but they don't exactly know it either until we tell them that this is what the image itself is, right? So that trust is something that we take very seriously, right? And because we have the blind and low vision community needs in mind, we ensure that we don't like use that data for training, and we always ask people to give us explicit consent if we need to use that data for any other purposes.
Yeah, thank you. And I think it's great to hear you explain that. And it's reassuring, right? But I was taking pictures yesterday. Obviously, I was using the Ally Solos glasses, and I'm looking at some of the pictures, and there's people in the background. There's stuff in there you don't know you're capturing, and it's reassuring to know that that's not being used to train any models for anyone else. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Karthik. Now we are actually at the top of the hour. We've gone 3 minutes over. I think if everyone's okay, I saw a hand drop, but if people are okay just to hang on for 5 more minutes, if you both gentlemen are, we can maybe answer a couple of questions here. I'm going to actually just have a look in the chats here. I think there was one asking about, let me see. Okay, yeah. So we were asking about Ally Pro. So yeah, so maybe just explaining what the difference is between Ally and Ally Pro. I can do that. Everyone can use Ally for free. You can use the Ally Solos glasses as well for free. Buy the glasses and just run Ally, and it's a great service. And please, I am going to do a blatant pitch to download it. Why not? If you're not using it already, and that's on the Play Store and the App Store, of course, is Ally AI Assistant, ALLY. Please use it. The Pro version just gives you more time. So correct me if I'm wrong here, Karthik, but if you're not on the Pro version, you have a 10-minute cutoff on a conversation. Actually, I find 10 minutes quite a long length of time, but when you're chatting away with Ally, I can tell you it can get quite lengthy. There's a video we're pushing out where I'm chatting away to Ally, and it felt a lot longer than 10 minutes, but actually So there's a cut-off time there, but then you just need to restart the conversation and keep going. You also, as I think Vivian was, we were chatting to Vivian, when you get Ally, there are 4 Ally profiles that come with it. So personalities, if you will, that you can use. And they're really great. They've got, all the range there, but you can also, on the pro version, start building your own, doing customizations, and those kind of things. And there's other features that are coming, which, are going to be more available for pro. And the good thing is that you can take a monthly subscription, or you can take an annual subscription. So there's no, we're not going to lock you down for life. And you can, try it. And right now, that pro subscription is very affordable. It's, again, I'm going to talk in US dollars here, but dollars a month, or 100 a year. And that's half the price of something like ChatGPT, for instance. It's worth trying it out. It's worth going in and playing around with Ally, have fun with it, make it personal to you. Please give us the feedback. The more we hear from you, the more better we can make this product. And it is a teamwork. We work with the community every step of the way, right? From product development to testing to everything. So please tell us the good and the bad. And then, why not take a subscription, try it out, see how you feel, and if it's worth it. But we have got some nice things in the works, which I know we can't talk about right now, but some things that are going to come for pro. So, and of course, if you do the pre-order with the Ally Solos glasses, you get a free subscription to pro for a year. And if you've already got a pro subscription for a year, because this is another question I get, what happens then? Well, you get another 3 years. So if you already an Ally Pro subscriber and you're using it on your desktop or your phone, and you've pre-ordered your Ally Solos glasses, you're going to get another year on top of that, which is really nice. I think those are the ones I can answer. Karthik, I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to address quickly, because I think the other question was around it being covered by Australian insurance. And I think what we said is it's early days. We still haven't brought the product to market. So we'd certainly like to work with the PVI team to see what we can do in that sphere. But right now it's not, no.
Yeah, I think that's largely it. We're definitely excited about shipping these glasses to y'all, and I truly appreciate everybody for joining the webinar today. I
had one thing,
Yeah.
and sorry, somebody was asking about noisy environments, and I don't think we've been explicit in saying, of course, we always talk about talking to Ally, right? Because that's conversational, but of course, it's as text-based as well. So on the Ally app, you have 2 big buttons saying talk to Ally, message Ally, or chat with Ally, and you can text away. So noisy environments, of course, you can, use your screen reader, your voiceover, and you can chat away by sending, by typing and using Ally that way and get your text messages back. So that's fine. I think, bear in mind that that is an option as well. And you can also pair them with your Bluetooth headphones. So for more privacy in noisy environments as well, that's kind of good to know.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely the case. I think for now we've answered most questions.
There's some hands still.
Yeah. And I think Jennifer also asked about the frame sizes without being able to try them. How do people know what frame size without being able to try them on? I think, Jennifer, for the most part, if you're using a regular, if your prescription glasses or your sunglasses are just a regular frame size, then you can just go for our regular frame size as well. So it's a 1-to-1 match. If you're somebody who finds the regular frames sizes too small, and too tight, like how it is, for example, with my face. These are like regular pairs. These are the regular frames, and sometimes I find them a little too tight, so I've got one that's a little bit bigger. You can definitely go for the large frames. So that's the way I think about it. So if you're using regular frames, go ahead and pick the regular frames. If you're already using large frames, then you can just simply order the large frames on the website, and we have.
So I'm quite a small head size. I almost have to be politically correct with this, but I'm a small female. I don't mind saying what I am. And I'm using the smaller frame size, and I wear glasses anyway, and they're very comfortable. They're fine. The bigger size ones are actually quite big, and they're different, feel different than Envision glasses. You know, they feel like normal glasses and they look like normal glasses. So do check out. What we'll do in the follow up here, we'll send links. So we've got lots of information on the website for the glasses, the Ally Solar's glasses website, because yeah, I've got questions here about, you know, describe the buttons and do all of that, but that's all on the website, and there's a huge help center there where you can just chat away and get the information, and we will be putting out more information about this. So thanks for your patience, everybody. I think we're done. I think, Mash, did you have anything else you wanted to say quickly, and then we can let these good people go?
No, I think we covered most of the stuff, and thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. And we look forward to getting the frames in our hand and trial them out, and let other people trial as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, we can't wait either, and it is really fun playing with them, and but there's just so many big things happening every day. It's just really exciting. So thank you also for helping us organize this and inviting your contacts to join us today. If for the folks who didn't make it today, that's not a problem. Obviously, we've put this up on YouTube, so I will be sharing that link. If there's things you want to recap, then that's great. And you take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your days, and I hope we can do one of these again soon. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Alt leaving menus, meeting foods.
Thank
The provider has left the meeting. Alt F4, end meeting or leave meeting.